Hello, Middle 3. Today we will explain Lesson 1, Cell Division in Unit 4, Reproduction and Species Continuity. The cell of multicellular living organisms are two types, which are somatic cells, which all body cells except reproductive cells, such as the cells of liver, skin, and kidney in humans and animals. Number 2, the cells of roots, stem, leaves in plants. Reproductive cells such as testes and ovaries, cells in humans and animals. Number 2, answers and ovaries, cells in flowering. All types of cells contain nucleus, which contains thread-like bodies called chromosomes that have the main role in cell division. So, chromosomes, they are thread-like bodies present in cells nuclei, and they present the genetic material of the living organism. Which cell nucleus contains the genetic material which consists of chromosomes. Structure of the chromosomes. Number 1, general structure of the chromosomes. The chromosome consists of two connected threads at the centromere point. Each thread is called a chromatid. So, centromere, it is the point of connection the two chromatids of the chromosomes. Number 2, chemical structure of the chromosomes. The chromosome chemically consists of nucleic acid called D.N.A. wrapped around a protein. D.N.A. carries the genetic traits of the organism. So, D.N.A. it is the nucleic acid that carries the genetic traits of the living organism. Number of chromosomes. The number of chromosomes in living organisms differs from one species to another. The number of chromosomes is fixed in the members of the same species. In somatic cells and reproductive cells contain a complete number of chromosomes. The number of chromosomes is diploid number, 2n. Gametes, or male gametes sperms, and female gametes ova contain a half number of chromosomes. The number of chromosomes is a haploid number n. Mitotic cell division or mitosis. It is a kind of cell division that occurs in the somatic cells, at which is the cell divided into two cells. Each of them contains the same number of chromosomes of the parent somatic cell. Importance: number 1, growth of living organisms. Number 2, compensation or repair of damaged cells. Number 3, completing the asexual reproduction process. Note that some cells in human body are not divided at all, such as neural cells. They don't contain centrosome. And adult red blood cells, they don't contain nucleus. Phases of mitosis. Before starting mitosis division, the cell passes through phase called the interphase. Interphase, the cell prepares the cell for division. Some important biological processes occur. The amount of D.N.A., the genetic material, duplicates. Then the cell enters into the mitosis, which takes place through the following phases. Number 1, prophase. Chromatin reticulum intensifies and appears in the form of long, thin, and double strings, chromosomes. At the end of this phase, the nucleolus and the nuclear membrane disappear. Each chromosome is connected with one of the spindle fibers by centromere. A network of filamentous fibers called spindle fibers is formed extending between the two poles of the cell. In the animal cell, spindle fibers form from centrosome. In the plant cell, spindle fibers form from intensifying the cytoplasm in the cell poles. Metaphase. In this phase, chromosomes are arranged along the cell equator, where each chromosome is connected with one of the spindle fibers at its centromere. Anaphase. Centromere of each chromosome splits lengthwise into two halves. Chromatids in each chromosome separate from each other. Spindle fibers begin to shrink and two identical groups of chromatids are formed. Each group migrates towards one of the cell's poles. Telophase. Spindle fibers disappear. Nuclear membrane is formed at each pole of the cell surrounding the chromosomes, leading to the formation of two nuclei. A new nucleolus appears inside each nucleus, and the chromatids change into chromatin reticulum again. At the end of this phase, the cell divides into two new cells. Each cell has the same number of chromosomes of the parent cell 2n. So the phases of mitosis is prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. Give reason. Changes occur in telophase are called the adverse changes because they inverse the changes that occur in prophase. How many chromosomes are there in the parental cell resulted from the mitotic cell division? Both cells contain 2n. Technological applications: liver transplantation. Some cells in the human body are not divided at all, such as nerve cells and red blood cells. Some cells are not divided in normal conditions, but they retain the ability to divide under certain circumstances, such as liver cells. For example, if the liver gets injured or a part of it is cut, the remaining cells undergo division so as to compensate the missing part. This is the scientific basic used in liver transplantation.